Okay, so I am re-recording this because I got nervous and deleted the last one and was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this again because I feel ridiculous. But I got back into my head. I said to myself, you're doing this because you already committed. So here's my solo episode. Um, I've got a lot of questions because I re-asked, and now there's a lot more I can talk about. Um, so if I'm on my phone a lot for this episode, it's because I'm reading your questions. You know, let's just see where this takes me. Yeah, so hi, everybody. This is very. I look really good right now. My smile looks nice. Okay. Oh, a song is playing now. Okay, that was weird. Let me go into my photos because I screenshotted them. Okay. So, the first question I see automatically is Got Greens. Get Greens is a band from out here in the Antelope Valley, and I am obsessed with them. If I can get Greens on this podcast, or if I could work with them at all, um, I'd shit my pants. So, no, I don't have Greens yet, but eventually I will because I'm already in contact with some of them. So, no, not yet. I don't got Greens. How do you handle rejection? I just take it and I'm like, all right, well, you're not worth my time because apparently I'm not worth yours. So, like, bye. It hurts, but you know what? You just gotta deal with it, dude. And it's okay. Some people are allowed to not like you. And that's okay. You just gotta move on. They're not worth your time. How do you how do you do that? I'm kind of starting this what? How do you do that? I'm kind of starting that myself, I think is what it says. I went on this website called sweetwater.com, and that's where I get all of my like music stuff. A lot of my like gear has come from there. I just searched interface with microphone and headphones, and it brought up the bundle with Focusrite and Scarlett Studio, and I got a bundle for a little over $200, and I love this thing. I can hook up a whole bunch of things to this. I mean, I don't know if you want to record music, but I can record um, guitar tracks, bass tracks, audio. Um, I can connect a electric drum set to this thing. I haven't done it yet. So if anybody wants to lay down some drum tracks, you know where to find me. And then, I just kind of like sort of I'm starting to put myself out there like, hey, I'm doing a podcast. You can not interview people and you can just talk to yourself, and that's pretty fun. Um, I feel pretty comfortable doing it. So, I'm a lot less awkward this episode than I was, a couple months or a couple weeks ago. Show your guitar gear pedal board. I don't have a pedal board. Um, and all of my amps are right here. I have 4 amps, 2 bass amps, and 2 guitar amps. My main amp that I use if I really want to be loud is my Blackstar HT Studio 20, and it's a studio amp. You use it for like going into a studio and recording, but if I want to be loud, then that's what I hook up to. I also have my Blackstar I can't see what model it is, but it's a practice amp. It's a little small, like maybe 50, 60 watts. If I'm trying to be quiet, if everybody's trying to sleep, or if I'm not trying to be noticed, that's what I use. As far as my bass amps go, they're both Ampeg. My favorite one is the BA108. I just love the way it sounds. I love the way it feels, vibration wise. I like feeling it in my chest. That's why I go to live shows. And then I only have one pedal. I don't really use it. It's just like a switch between a clean tone and distortion. I don't really use it all that often. I would probably use it more if I was live. I should start using it more, and I should start growing my pedal board. I would love to. So if you have any recommendations for pedals, send it my way, because that would be greatly appreciated. I want to get a tattoo soon on my wrist. How much pain do you think that'll be? That's tricky because everybody is different. I have, my 2 tattoos here, and then this one. This one kind of sucked in certain places, like where the middle of his ears are. That really hurt. His nose hurt. And then my Punks tattoo, that's relatively close to my wrist. That just felt like rubber bands. Just. But I wouldn't be scared. And don't use numbing cream. That really doesn't do much because, it's not open. It's not an open wound yet. So, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm getting my feet tattooed, so that just shows how crazy I am. When are you getting your private pilot's license? So, I was just talking about this today with a friend, and I'm really serious about wanting to get it. The only problem is I don't have time or money to. Their recommendation was that I get Dauntless and just start going through the ground material. And then, so when I start flying, I know a little bit of the terminology and things like that, emergency procedures. As soon as I can. I really want it. It's so freeing. Opinions on the Last of Us series. I thought it was beautiful. I didn't finish it, but I just thought this is cinematically just beautiful. And Pedro Pascal is kind of really hot. So I thought it was great. I would totally finish it when I have time. What's your favorite show at the moment? I have been watching, when I have time, Working Moms. It's pretty silly. Just a bunch of moms who are miserable with their lives, and they leave their kids at home while they work, and they're just like, their lives are just falling apart. But it's sad, but humorous at the same time, because they just get themselves into crazy situations. Stuff that probably doesn't happen, but it's still fun to think about, I think. Maybe I'm just crazy like that. If time travel were possible, would you do it? Yes. No. Yes. Yes. I would go back to 1981, and I would go see NoFX play their first show. They talk about how terrible it was, but I think it would probably be amazing, and I would probably be in the pit, and I would be there. I'd be in the jury for the O.J. Simpson case. Yeah. Absolutely. Someone said, "What do I ask?" You can ask whatever you want, you know? I'm an open book. I'll talk about anything, just as long as it isn't politics. No politics. I don't do that because it's just annoying and stupid because everybody hates you after. Do you think we could be living in a simulation? Yes. No. Maybe. Because there are times where I wake up from a dream and I'm like, was that real? And then it happens a few days later. So maybe that's my conscience telling me, like, wake up. You're being dumb. Maybe. We possibly could. Because there are things where I do think, like, is this really real? That sounds stupid. Would you talk about crime on your podcast? Absolutely. Give me a topic. I'll research it. I will do anything. Just as long as it isn't controversial. Because I don't want people to hate me. So just give me recommendations and I will do it. I will form an opinion. Favorite childhood TV show? Invader Zim. My parents don't remember me watching this, but I watched this time and time again. Like, here I am 20 years later and I still watch it. 19 and a half years later. It's so cute. I love Gur. I love Gur so much. I feel like I am Gur when I'm high on caffeine. You gonna make biscuits? Let's see. Tattoos, man. Well, I have 8 tattoos. I'm about to have 10, 11. I'm getting both of my feet done, and I might get one on my wrist. Which, back to that other question, I'll message you and let you know how that goes, so that way you know. I'll be getting it here, hopefully. Just something for my dad. And then I'm getting, I made my friends with fire to keep from getting burned on my feet, as an ode to all of my lovely friends who put up with me and love me. Oh, so I'll show off the tattoos. I have my Protector of Kyoto, and basically he's my protector. He protects me from all of the evil, and he's just a reminder that, you know, I'm protected and I can stay strong. I've got my heartagram, which people think is a pentagram, but no, it's a heartagram. Basically what it means is love metal. It's a band called Him, and they write metal love songs. And I love metal, and I love love. So it just fits perfectly with me, because that's me. I have my punks tattoo, which I love punk music. I feel not very involved, but I would love to be more involved in the scene. I grew up very heavily with punk music. I play punk music. Wear my Joan Jett and the Blackhearts shirt. She was pretty punk rock. She still is pretty punk rock. Moving on to the next. Oh, I didn't finish. I've got my Motley Crue tattoo, because living dangerously, most dangerous band in Hollywood. They are the best. Um, on my other arm, I have my Mickey Mouse and my Stitch the Frog because Lilo and Stitch is the best, and I love frogs. So, and this whole arm will be all Disney, and then I won't get up and show you because that's weird. I'm wearing shorts. I have Dead Men Tell No Tales above my knee. It means one thing, like I'm gonna kill you. You can't tell the tale. It's a Pirates of the Caribbean thing. I'm not a gangster. Um, but to me, it means if I give up, I can't finish my story and I can't live to tell my story. So it's just a reminder that, like, hey, stay strong because you're a bad bitch. And then on my ankle, on my left leg, I have a skull with spider webs. That was a flash tattoo I got with Haley. Was that all 8? I think that was all 8. If I'm shaking, I'm kind of cold. I forgot a blanket. Do you believe in the supernatural or the metaphysical? Favorite book? Favorite book/movie? Supernatural, yes. I'm a psychic medium. I don't like sharing it. Just for reasons. Like, I just shared it now, but yeah, I'm a psychic medium. I've had all sorts of experiences with, the other side. I found out I was a medium through another medium who was like, hey, you see things. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of do. She was like, you're a medium and a psychic. Metaphysical, I'm not too sure what that is. I'd have to look that up. Favorite book. This is gonna sound ridiculous. My favorite book is the book about O.J. Simpson that was written by the lead detective, Mark Furman. It is crazy because there are just these wacko conspiracy theories. It's such a good book. I've read it 3 times now. I love it. Favorite movie? Right now would have to be Whiplash. I've loved that movie for years. Yeah, I love Whiplash. But right now, The Whale. That movie made me cry. Just like the whole time. Just like it made me anxious. It made me sad. It was just beautiful. And Brendan Fraser, I know I'm saying his last name wrong, but he did just an amazing job, and watching him accept his Oscar just brought tears to my eyes. He did amazing, and I love it. I love it so much. Favorite band artist right now? Let's go through the music. I've been listening to Biohazard a lot lately. Especially in the mornings to kind of get me pumped and ready to go. Hatebreed. Been listening to that while I work out to also get me pumped because for some reason hate metal just gets me excited. What else? Death. Not really Death, but I am learning a song by them right now. Oh, Sugar Cult. after I went to emo night and I met Marco and like we like listened to Sugar Cult during emo night, like I realized like, oh, I really miss listening to this band, and I've just been listening to them nonstop. Especially Memory, because I could be your memory. If you know, you know. What's the next tattoo idea? I have to know immediately. After I get my feet done, there is a picture of my great uncle that perfectly represents him as a person. He was an avid lake goer, avidly hunted for gold. Drank a lot of beer. And he was just amazing. I want to get that specific picture. He's at the river with 3 beers in his hand. He had 2 in one of his hands, and then in the other he's holding another, and he's just got this goofy smile on his face, and every time I look at it, I can hear him laughing, and his laugh was just so contagious, and I miss it, and it makes me laugh so hard, and I want to get that on my back over my heart, which will be a very big piece. So I have to save up for that one and find a better picture of that picture, because the one I have is not the best quality. I was shaking when I took it because it made me laugh so hard. Ooh, did I miss something? Oh God. Are avocados vegetables or fruit? Well, technically it's a fruit because it has a seed, right? But it doesn't taste like a fruit. You're asking the wrong person. I just crammed that down my throat. I don't care what it is. I just eat avocados a lot. What's an interesting perspective that you have on something that no one else does? Okay, so this I'm going to go on a bit of a tangent about. I love punk music. I love punk music for its unity, and there's backstory behind this. I don't really want to. Fuck this. He's not gonna watch it. So I had an ex-boyfriend who hated my kind of music. Apparently, punk music is all about hating the government and being angry and hating everybody and wanting to make a difference. But those bands don't really make differences. They just sit there and whine. My kind of punk music and how I think it should be. You wake up, every day is a party, life is good. I don't drink beer, but drink beer. Party, live your life, be happy. Not everything fucking sucks. Because nothing does suck. Life sucks, but you take it and you run with it and you have a good time. It doesn't matter. That's all I gotta say. That's why I have my punks tattoo, because the community is just, it's home. Everybody knows each other. Everybody, even if you don't know somebody and you're in a pit or, you're being harassed, somebody's always there to protect you, even if you don't know them. You could go to a show all the way in Ventura and some weird guy can come up to you and try to buy you off of your dad, and everybody else will be behind your back like, hey, I'm gonna not gonna say that out loud because my boss is gonna watch this probably, But um everybody just has your back. You fall in the pit, everybody stops and picks you up. You don't run at each other. You don't try to hit each other. You're going to run in a circle. You're going to bump into people. Life ain't that tough. Don't be so angry. Who cares if the world sucks? Being happy every day will change the world just a little bit more. That's my perspective on something. Coke or Dr. Peppy? Well, I'm being kind of biased right now because I am drinking a Dr. Pepper. Sorry, Mom. I saw it. I wanted it because we don't have Coke. But I prefer Coke. I don't know why. This is pretty good. I think the zero sugar is better than regular Dr. I don't know. It's good. Okay. What are some of your favorite noises in music? Well, that's a very broad question. I would have to say, maybe I can put this in here. I'll have to find a way. Maybe I'll ask some friends how I can do this. But sweet picking just always gives me goosebumps. Really deep, heavy bass tone. Really crispy sounding snare drums, double bass drums. Just that always gets to me. It always grabs my attention. What originally made you want to get into set decoration and or set design? I love creating. Originally what was going to happen, I was majoring in music. Audio engineering. Unfortunately, there's not much of an industry right now because anybody can download Pro Tools and learn how to use it. And then they can sit at home in their underwear and record an EP. So I was like, well, I have to find something else. I went on to being a music historian. That didn't really go as planned. And then one day I went to Universal Studios and we took the backlot tour. And I started realizing, hey, I could do this. I could go get welding certifications. I could, learn some carpentry. I could decorate a set. And then I went to school the next day and changed my major from music to film. Now, I'm not learning anything right now to do with set design or decoration, but I'm getting there. And, but yeah, I got to work on a set thanks to Caesar and Mono Memory. I'm going to get teary-eyed talking about this. I'm not going to cry. On that last day of shooting, I sat there and I realized, wow, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I was happy every day. I was getting up out of bed and I was up and at 'em. But those long hours definitely kill you after a bit. But it is so worth it. And it made me so happy because I found my niche. And, after a while, you just learn that, you got to do what makes you happy. And I don't know. To answer your question, I'm going on a tangent. To answer your question, Universal Studios made me want to do it. So thank you, Universal Studios. You guys are great. Is that it? Oh, no, it's not. The difference between emo, goth, punk, grunge, etc. Like how the styles are different and how the music for each is different. This is kind of hard to explain in simpler terms. As simple as I can get is tone. Each one is very angry and sad, but they all have different sounding musical values. Punk music is 16th notes and screaming. Let's see, what else? Okay, so it's punk. Emo is acoustic, light drums, pretty heavy bass, depending on what band it is. Goth is more synth-wavy, electronic, depending on what band you listen to. Grunge, it has a different tone. It's heavy distortion. They all have different vocals. It all just kind of depends on the tone of the song. I mean, I would totally play some things right now to like prove a difference. But I don't know how to do that. I'll have to ask Caesar. So maybe at the end of this I'll have something. Okay. So we hit 30 minutes. I wasn't as awkward and I did go on a few tangents. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sending in your questions again and again. Maybe I should check if we have more just to be sure. Nope, that's it. Okay. Cool. Let me know what else you'd want to see on this. This is a great way for me to get myself out there. I'm planning on hopefully having Get Greens on here. We'll see how that goes. My dad wants to come on here and tell some stories that he has from work. If any of you want to be on it, if you have anything interesting you want to talk about, definitely feel free to email me, DM me, text me. I'll put all that down there. And yeah. And if you have any other questions for me, definitely feel free to also email me, text me, DM me. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Y'all are wonderful. I love you. Have a good night and day and morning whenever you're watching this. Bye. Love you. Love you so much.